Today we're going to be focusing on short game. So with our short game, we're going to need a few clubs today. We're going to work on club selection, landing zones, and the rollout, and looking at our lies and deciding which club we're supposed to use. So for today, we're going to use like a high lofted wedge, like a 60, 56 or sand wedge works as well, a 7-iron or a 6-iron, so a mid-iron, and then a hybrid as well. So today we have 4 different stations set up around the green. There's some different boxes which are going to act as our landing zones. For this station, we're going to use wedges, so I really want you guys to land it in this front square. We are really going to emphasize on keeping the Y with our arms in the club shaft. We're going to emphasize keeping the Y and following through. Unlike our irons and everything, our stance is a little bit wider. This time we're going to have it a little shorter, a little smaller, and our weight is really going to be on our front foot. The ball is going to be in the middle of our stance. The grip of the club is going to be pointing at our belly button, so we don't want any shaft lean or any sort of thing like that. The goal of this station right here is to get the ball up in the air and have it stop. We're going to try and let gravity stop this golf ball, even though the wind is going to be pushing it, but we're going to really try and have gravity stop this golf ball. We're going to try and land it in this front zone, so this is going to be our landing zone. I'll demonstrate real quick for you guys here. Okay, so I landed it a little too far from my landing zone, so instead of like trying to swing softer, we're just going to take it back a little less. We want to keep the same tempo. If I was landing it shorter, I would want to take it back a little bit more. Over at this other station, we're going to have your mid-iron or your 7-iron, 6-iron. We're going to try, there's another landing zone. We're going to try and emphasize a bump and run. You're set up at different lies around the green, closer or farther to the green, so we can replicate the different shots that we're going to use these clubs for. With the 7-iron or 6-iron, we're still going to keep the Y, but our stance is going to be a little smaller. The ball is going to probably go in the back of our stance more so, not super far back, but a little bit farther back. We're going to still keep the Y, and it's going to be a cutting stroke. We just really want to make sure we brush the grass with this one. This one's about going to go up in the air probably like 30% and roll out 70%. So our landing zone is shorter than this one. It's going to roll out a whole bunch, but I really just want you guys to focus on the landing zones. There is holes behind them if you do make it in, but if not, no worries. We're just focusing on the landing zones. So this one, the shot's kind of going to look like this. I rolled it too far, it landed too far, so it's going to roll out a whole bunch. So then we just take it back smaller and follow through the same distance. And then with our last club, we have a hybrid. I really want you guys to experiment with this one. This is more so like a total cutting stroke, everything about it. We're going to choke down a little bit. We're still going to keep the Y and everything. But the balls, I'm going to say the ball's going to go in the middle of our stance. This one's going to go up probably like 10% in the air and roll out 90. You can practice it over on the second station or even on this 4th station over here. The far station, I would recommend using your wedge. It's just a different angle at it. It's downhill versus your uphill. You guys can totally mess around, pick out different clubs, see what works from different spots. The lies are a little bit different. Here it's a pretty good lie. It's a little bit in the rough. On the far end, it's a little bit bare over there because the grass is a little dead. So you kind of have to mess with the grass and figure out your contact that way. Does anybody have any questions? So each station we're going to hit about 2 golf balls, or I put baskets on each one since there's only 4 of you guys today. We can all go to each station and I'll walk around. You guys can